Hi. Ow, I was looking for that. Welcome back to another quick message. I don't think I'm going to do a reading. I don't think I'm going to pull any cards today. Unless I feel led to, then I will. But this is just I want to say a story time, but um a, a download that I had during meditation that I've been led to share with you guys. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Okay. So breathe, breathe, breathe. Backstory. I was at a meeting and a guy, I forgot what we were talking what were we talking about? Somehow God came up. That's what we were talking about. And although I support everyone's opinion, everyone has their own opinion, their own outlook on the world. So I'm not here to change your outlook on the world, but just to share mine. And if you want to jump on board, or if you share my view as well, then by all means. But what he stated was everyone talks about God or a higher power being all love and light. And I don't know entirely if he feels this way, what I'm about to say, or if he only said it to evoke or invoke dialogue within the meeting. I don't know. But what he said was, people always talk about God being love and light, but what he thinks, and this is what he said, so I don't know entirely like if this is what he thinks or this is what he's saying. But God or his God or whoever, God can also, like some people, God can be love and light, but your God can also try to kill you. And by all means, if the God you pray to, or if, because I like to say E, all the above, you can fill A through D with whatever you want. And if you choose to fill A through D with a God that's trying to kill you, then who am I to stop you? Okay. I feel like whether you say the universe, whether you say God, whether you say Buddha, whatever your connection to this divine consciousness, this universal consciousness, whatever makes sense to you, makes sense to you. Okay. Not here to try to stop that. But where I'm at that time, the meeting that I was in is for recovery. And I just don't think spreading an opinion on a God that's trying to kill you is, was it conducive or productive for a group in recovery. Okay. So I just don't disagree with the timing of that message. But when I got a chance to meditate on that message, with me and my higher power, E, all the above, a God that's trying to kill you is included in all of the above, So again, God is if God is trying to kill you, he's also trying to save you. Your higher power is also trying to save you. And this is what I did not share. I did share something. I can't remember what I shared. If I tried to listen, try to think about what I shared. I shared part of what I already said. As far as you can, any aspect of God that you have, is your aspect, But again, I just don't think this is a great time or place, for that. Being in recovery. Now, conversation outside of this, sure. Just like me going in depth. That wasn't the time and place for me to go in depth. But I have a video or channel where I talk spirituality. This is the time and place for me to go more in depth about it. But in regards to that, and it not being the time and place for that, aside from that, I've been able to witness so many miracles, so many blessings, so many coincidences, so many synchronicities, to where everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. Something is pulling these strings. Okay. Divine alignment, creating reality, all of this is done. Okay. There's things I don't have to worry about, including bringing up the sun, setting the sun, making sure the moon comes out, making sure there's enough air for everyone to breathe. Those things I don't have to think about. Something out there is thinking about that, or at least does that. Whatever deity, and I want to learn, or at least get the gist of other traditions. I know I always say universe, I always say Most High, I always say, I don't say Ifa enough. If Ifa, there's other, Hecate, Greek gods, Thor. I know Thor is not a Greek god. He is not the Atlanteans. Like whatever you pray to, it's, I like to say all the above. It's all included in all of the above. But different gods, or your God, whoever, someone brings the sun up. I don't have to think about that. Okay? Whoever's job it is, they're doing their job. So, this is what I have to say in regards to a God that's trying to kill you. If something is out here pulling all these strings, and if your God is trying to kill you and you're here to listen to someone say that, then what kind of God is that? Because it's failing. It's a failing God. Please follow with me. If we're in a room full of people and someone is trying to say that their God is trying to kill them, or God can be anything. It doesn't have to be love and light. God can try to kill you. Well, what kind of God is that? Because it's a failing God. Because if it was an accomplished God, we will be at your funeral, will we not? But we're in a meeting full of live people. So it's like, is God trying to kill you? Because you're here talking about it, And if he can do things like bring the sun up, how is he trying to kill you? Or you don't think he would kill you? But then it also brings me to a quote that I've heard a while ago, where it said that we've survived. Everyone who's listening, okay? If this holds true to you, please like, comment, subscribe, okay? Tell me all about it. I want to hear it. We've survived or overcome 100% of the obstacles in our life. Meaning, we've survived. No matter what we went through, at the time of you listening to this, no matter what you went through, you overcame it. And just listening to that just changed my mind. Like, wow, like you're right. Like, no matter all the negative things that happen, all the things that may have put you down, all the things that, didn't go right, didn't go as planned, may have been negative, we overcame it. And it may be difficult at that time. You don't know how I'm going to get out of this. But we overcame all of that. And in my meditation, the quote or the saying, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. So if someone can sit here and say that their God is trying to kill them, on the opposite end, well, what if their God is actually trying to make you stronger? Because he knows that whatever that is isn't going to kill you, but make you stronger. You know, I've overcome addictions. I've overcome, prioritizing all the wrong things. I've been in situations where I was not putting my best judgment. There a lot of time, and sometimes, even though I was doing my own will, I sat back and just, I remember thinking to myself, why am I doing this? Like, I felt led and called to do a lot of things. And sometimes I stayed in situations for a specific reason. Because of myself, because of, what I was searching for. A lot of things that I allowed in my life was me looking for external happiness, whether that's a relationship, whether that's drinking, whether that's drugs, whether that's smoking, whether that's a good time, and it's not all bad. Like, those times are good. And this is another meditation that I had too. It's like I enjoyed myself, but as much as I enjoyed myself then, I can honestly say I'm no longer the person that I was when I was indulging in those things. So I don't need to digress. I don't need to go back. I don't need to revisit those. I can revisit in the sense of memories. In meditation, I can sit there and reminisce and think about all those times, Do I need to go back? No. I can, but then there's consequences. I don't like to say, yawn for confirmation. I don't like to say that your higher power tests you or God tests you. I just don't like the word test. If you watch any of my videos, I don't like to say test. But he presents opportunities for growth. I like opportunities for growth better than tests, because an opportunity for growth just sounds so much better. It doesn't have a negative connotation. But at the same time, we get to decide if we're going to continue, I stopped drinking over a year ago. At any point, I can go back and go get something to drink. And it wouldn't bother me to, but I've reached a point where I genuinely feel like and believe and I know that I don't need to. It's just something that I'm just not thinking about, I mean, obviously I'm thinking about it now because I'm talking about it, but like in the everyday world, something's happening. Oh, let me go get a drink. Let me go cheers to that. Let me, that's not, it's just, once upon a time it was, I drunk to commiserate. I drunk to celebrate. But now I just don't need to, I find joy in other things. Most recently, sometimes I feel lonely, once upon a time, I drunk to feel feel the void of loneliness. And it's funny because although I drunk in the past when I felt lonely, drinking didn't magically make someone appear. I was still by myself. But I was just inebriated, therefore distracted from the thought of being lonely. But now I'm sitting with the thoughts of being lonely. Now I know I'm not lonely because I have the protection. I have it is protection. I have the companionship of a higher power, of my blue twin flame, of my thoughts, we have our internal consciousness. I'm not afraid of my thoughts anymore. I can sit with my thoughts. I love my thoughts. Thoughts are an aspect of me. Just like we have an internal consciousness, we have an external consciousness. And these are the real twins, the real relationship in the blue twin flame. We're just the observer of these energies, your masculine and feminine energies. Masculine energy being everything you can see, feminine energy being everything you perceive. You are perceiving me right now in your physical world. You can see me. You can hear me. And if what I'm saying is making sense to you, your blue twin flame communicates, your blue twin flames, your masculine and feminine energies communicate through coincidences, through what makes sense, through love. You know, it's that energy that flows in between your masculine and feminine energies that has its own consciousness. You know, if I think of something and then later on that, or I have a question in my head, I don't ask the question out loud, I have it in my head, and then later that day I see the answer to that question I have. That's your blue twin flame communicating with you. What started, it's you observing your masculine energy, the question you thought, communicating with your feminine energy, with your consciousness, your external consciousness. And that communication is your blue twin flame. Like, it's the things that make sense to you because you're the only observer of both of these energies, you know? So I know I'm not alone because I have this energy, you know? Like, that's why I come on here and I pull cards, because that's one of the ways that my blue twin flame connects with me, and I get to share that with you. I share that with me. I'm just documenting it on camera, you know, so the messages that I get are messages for me that you're on the ride. You're on the ride. So congratulations on being on this journey with me, you know? And then, like, I can just switch and then talk to you. Not you, but you. Me. And this is the opportunity that I get to talk to myself and conceive and perceive myself and give myself little nuggets. And even though I'm talking to myself, meaning me, I'm also talking to you, meaning the watcher of this. So I get a little audience, even if it's just us two. Whoever's meant to see this will see this. Okay? And it's like, okay, reeling this back in, because I am going to pull you badass deck. I feel led to get a card from that deck. But when you know you're supported by these energies, whether blue twin flame, Gaia, Mother Nature, and you know you're never alone. I like to say eat all of the above because I get to explore all of these energies. It's not just one. You know, we all are like conduits to whatever you believe. If you believe in Superman being your higher power, then Superman's your higher power. Possible. I mean, it's the first thing that came to mind, you know. But Superman is it's an entity, you know. There's movies, there's books, beliefs, you know, like if that's what you choose to pray to, then bam. But I can go watch a Superman movie right now and it'll be something in it for me because I believe in all of the above. You know, it takes a village. And Superman is included in all the above. He's not my favorite comic book character. I'm over an X-Men fan. But what I'm saying is, when you have a unlimited supply of support. Why limit that support? And even if I'm going to limit that support, why limit it to a God that's trying to kill me? Because I'm still alive. I'm still here. Now, I've definitely placed myself in situations where I could have died, but I can also say I got out of those situations because of my connection to E, all the above. My masculine energy, my higher self communicating with me to get me out of these situations. But I place myself in these situations. God's not trying to kill me. God's trying to keep me alive. I'm trying to kill me. I'm experiencing life, just out here all willy-nilly. Up until you live life and gain some life experiences, and then, you're more cautious with your tail. But up until then, you're just out here. And there's a lot of people who, don't make it to this age, or who's out here just doing all the same stuff. There's no growth. There's no connection to the all. They're still out here prioritizing, and that's their life. And if any of those people are watching this right now, the grass is greener on the other side. Like, if you are out here thinking that God's trying to kill you, imagine a life to where you're working with him, her, she, he, all the above. Where you're working with these energies. Just think about it. If God can try to kill you, imagine working with a God that's trying to save your life. And it's just like, I can show you the world. Like, literally, life gets so much better when you're not paranoid, And that goes to people too. If I'm living a life where I'm in constant communication with the divine, with E, all the above, and I know that it's not trying to kill me. Like, to me, that's just fear-mongering. Like, why are we telling these people that God's trying to kill them? Or you have that option to believe in a God that's trying to kill you. Like, why? Like, why? 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 ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Like, it baffles me. But, ooh, these two just shot out. I guess I'm going to read those, okay? All right, black card first. Show me your black card. Appreciate how special you are. There will never be anyone exactly like you. You were given special gifts and talents to share with the world. And even though everybody has special gifts and talents, nobody will use theirs quite the same way you do. You have created your own unique reality and are living your life according to your own unique path. You are the only you that will ever be. You are kind of a big deal. Wow. I almost got chucked. I am getting teared up. You got this. I needed to. Thanks. That's so spot on. After that message that I just shared and reading that is really touching my heart. I'm fighting back the tears. Really, I am. That was beautiful. Wow. Wow. See? Bam. And who's the creator of this deck? Jen, Sirio, E, all the above. You are a badass. And some of us just need reminders of that. And that was your reminder. You who just read that. Me. I. Us and we. You are special. And this is the reality you get to create. You get to create that. Why live in a reality where God's trying to kill you? Unless he's trying to make you stronger, What doesn't kill you make you stronger. So if you're here listening, okay, God's not trying to kill you, but maybe he's trying to make you stronger. I'm stronger than yesterday. What other people think about you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Man, these cards are spot on. Let me read the last two. Something's telling me to read the last. Don't want to read the last two. No, I would read the last black and the last. Okay. Upgrade your environment. If you aspire to have a more leveled up and aspiring lifestyle than you presently have, do what you can to make some upgrades to where you're at now. Give the place a paint job and clean it up. Get new furniture or fix up what you already have. Throw out the clutter. Let some air in. Hang inspiring art on the wall. Then, we are all perfect in our own magnificent, fucked up ways. Laugh at yourself, love yourself and others. Rejoice in the cosmic ridiculousness. And that's funny too, is because like, regardless on if he feels that way or not, everyone is entitled to how they feel. But I'm appreciative for that because that thinking inspired me to come deliver this message. Okay, for whoever needs to hear it. So like, and that's how this universal consciousness works, This deck is Messages for Life. I'm gonna pull a card here and I'm gonna get out of here because this is already getting long. Well, it's already long. It's about to be 30 minutes. Woo! But we had such a good time, I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. Thank you for spending time with me because I needed to get that off my chest. Okay, that has been a couple days since we've had that conversation, since I've had that, and I've been meaning to come share. It's been one of those weeks. It hasn't even been one of those weeks. The week has been low-key really good. Something else happened today. I'm at work and someone came in because they lost their phone. I'm going to share this story right quick and then I'm going to get out of here. But someone lost their phone and they came in to get their phone turned off. And they said that phone is gone. They left it they thought they put it in their pocket. They left it on the bus. That phone is gone. So I'm going to come suspend the line because I'm going to suspend the line because it's gone. Someone stole it. And I said, you don't know that. You never know. Like, with that attitude, maybe it is gone. But you just stay positive. You might find it. They might contact you. I literally I've lost plenty of things that never came back. But in regards to what I told him, I left my bag on the bus before. And someone found me on Facebook or Instagram and returned my bag with everything still in it. And he ends up calling his son because we needed to get into the count so I can suspend his line. By the time he left, the son called back and said someone found the phone. And I said, told you. See, all you gotta do is just change how you look at things. Like, people don't realize. I mean, I don't know. Some people say you can control this reality that we live in. Ain't that what that card said? I wouldn't say, I don't know. I don't know if you can control it. But I know this reality that we live in, this 3D world that we live in, is your feminine energy. Think of it like a bubble, okay? This bubble that's in this, that radiates from you. You are the center. You are the universe. Okay? So inside the center is you. You expand outward. Your energetic field. That is your feminine energy. Your masculine energy is inside here. So I don't know if you can control your reality, but I know I am the observer of both my masculine and feminine energies. And these mofos be communicating all the time. I'm just watching, be observing, be thankful, honestly, because I get some insight, let me tell you, okay? And I'm just blessed and just happy because I'm in a situation where I'm able to listen and follow the guides that I have. Eat all the above. Oop. For these cards. Oop. Okay. Do I want to get one more? I'm going to read the two that just popped out. We're going to do that. Because that one just jumped out. Do I get these? Do they jump out? Do y'all see them? All right. Know your place. You shouldn't make demands unless you are in demand. Okay. Then learn to fish. The greatest gift you can receive is one that keeps producing when the giver is gone. Ooh. Wow. You hear this timeless message on YouTube? The greatest gift I can give. And I hope this message, you know. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Before I go, all day long, we breathe unconsciously for ourselves. So let's just take a moment to breathe for someone else, whether they know you're breathing for them or not, whether they're here or not, whether they're in this state or not. They can be in a whole different state. I'm going to breathe for my blue twin flame, for my masculine energy and my feminine energy, okay? Because I'm here breathing, but these consciousnesses, you know, they don't take breaths. So I'm going to breathe for them. So on the count of 3, we're going to inhale and then exhale. All right, then we're going to give thanks to eat all the above. You can fill A through D with whatever you want. Okay, whether that's universe, the Most High, Ifa, which is the group religion I know, Yemaya, you know, Trident, what are the Mayans? I don't know. It's just like, it's funny because like all cultures have some type of universal name for God, you know, for this universal consciousness, the Most High, you know, like whatever you can feel A through D with whatever you want. Okay. Even if it's a God that's trying to kill you. But in a way, there's a God that's trying to keep you alive too, because obviously you're here watching. Like, yeah, I digress. But I'm about to get out of here. I'm getting tired. All right, you guys, transmission is over. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. And I will talk to you in another video. Bye.